Assalamu alaikum and hello everybody. I hope you're all doing really well. I hope you've had a wonderful week. So, welcome to my latest vlog where I share a couple of days in my life. The first day, I try to have a nice and relaxing morning because why not? If you can't have a relaxing morning once in a while, then what can you do with your life? So, on this particular morning, I ran the washing machine. That was fun and relaxing. And I needed to return a book to the library. This book that I've taken ages to finish, but it was good actually. The Perfect Girlfriend. But she was far from perfect. So we headed off to Central Library and the weather was actually quite nice. We popped into Sainsbury's along the way to pick up some breakfast. So I got a sandwich and a couple of pastries. And then we carried on making our way to the library. Whenever I come to the cafe at the library, I like to pick up a nice slice of cherry bakewell, but sadly they were all out. So I picked up a slice of Victoria sponge and we enjoyed our breakfast. After breakfast, we headed downstairs and I returned the book. And I had a little browse. I didn't really plan on picking any books up and I didn't, so that was a win. Nusaiba had a little play and then we headed back home. When we got back home, the first thing we did is we watered the plants. Well, Nusaiba did because they were looking a little bit dry. And then I spread the washing. I was in the mood for some trifle. When it's warm, you want a trifle or like a light kind of dessert that's not hot. So trifle it was. And I was just preparing the jelly first of all. I put the jelly aside to allow it to set, and then I thought I'd have some lunch or a couple of snacks. So I made myself a coffee. I ate the croissant that I had picked up from Sainsbury's and some Bombay mix. And I decided to eat in the garden. Nusaiba was napping. So I thought, why not? And it was really nice and relaxing, mashallah. Once the jelly for the trifle had set, I made the custard. So dinner for that night was this chicken and potato curry. So first of all, I sliced my onions. Can't get far unless you slice your onions, really. So I've added some sunflower oil to a pan, bay leaves, cumin seeds, coriander seeds, and then you roast them until you can just kind of smell them. And they're kind of sizzling a little. It's very delightful, mashallah. Then I sliced the tomatoes. Peeled and quartered some potatoes. I added in the tomatoes and cooked until they were nice and soft. And then I added the garlic and ginger paste, salt and spices, and just gave that a stir. And then I added in the chicken. Cook the chicken until it's more white than pink. And then added in the potatoes, covered with water. Brought it to the boil and then turn it to the lowest heat and simmer for about 30 minutes. And that's done. I garnished with some delightful coriander and made some white boiled rice alongside it, mashallah. The following day it was raining. One day it's okay, the next day it's raining, but it's okay. Variety is the spice of life, as they say. The problem is when it rains non-stop for weeks on weeks, but let's not talk about that now, shall we? So this was actually grocery shopping day. So I took Nusayba along and we did our weekly grocery shop in Farmfoods and Asda. Picked up the items we normally pick up and a few things that were on offer. I needed a face wash and I got this Asda one, which is nice actually. It's got little bits in it, you know, the scrubby type ones. And this new popcorn looks delicious, doesn't it? Raspberry Ripple one. The bread was on offer, so I picked that up and some bagels. And then we headed home. It was still raining. And it was time to put away the shopping. After putting the shopping away, I made some breakfast. The boiled eggs, darling. So I had some boiled eggs that I'd boiled the day before, and I just made some boiled egg on toast. Really simple. They've got this really delicious cherry bakewell cake in the Asda bakery section. Try it, you might like it. I did a quick tidy up. And then we're on to dinner for that night. So dinner, I made some kind of kebabs, but they were a bit more round. They were like a in-between of meatballs and kebabs. Don't ask me why. That's just how it was. So I processed an onion and a tomato, and then to a mixing bowl, you just add all the ingredients from your mince to your egg, salt, spices, garlic and ginger paste, and then some gram flour, and then you can just mix that all together until well combined. And then I shaped them into these kind of flatter meatballs, and I plan to bake them. I also had this nacho kit, and I thought I'd serve that with dinner as well. The nachos were actually a good idea to have alongside dinner, especially if you don't have a very heavy dinner. It's just nice as a snack on the side. The kebabs, I served them on these kebab wraps. And this was actually the following day, so I hadn't finished off making the trifle. It just sat in the fridge. It was fine, don't worry. So I was just making the topping layer. Added the sprinkles and served it up. My niece was actually visiting, so I think it had her name on it. Anyway, Jazakallah, thank you so much for watching. Inshallah, I'll see you guys really soon. Take care. Salam. Bye.